Recently, I joined a modded Minecraft roleplay server, and in the first month, I killed the king, built a fortress, exiled the king, expanded my fortress, then took over the server as the new king. How'd I get here? Let's start from the beginning. Hi, I'm Koi, a knight who strictly follows a code of chivalry given to me long ago by a wizard named Ram. Suddenly, one night, the kingdom disappeared. As its citizens begin to rebuild, some looked to the king, a demon called Orange Chicken, for guidance in the kingdom's time of need.
We're going to construct an obsidian sphere in the sky to intimidate everyone in the kingdom at all times. This is my kingdom, and you respect its monarchy, and you think you are a second-class citizen. Serving loads of needs? What type of king do you think I am? We're more important than everyone else.
Needless to say, the king wasn't going to be much help. At first, the king's threats didn't seem to pose much actual threat, and the very first principle of my code, you will honor your word and obey the monarch, seems to prohibit me from disobeying the king anyway, so I ignored him for the time being and focused on getting settled. I went on a few adventures, found a pirate ship, got a trident, made full diamond armor, then started work on a base. I decided to build a regular medieval fortress, but with black stone instead of regular stone. Out of all the expeditions I went on, one stuck out to me. The adventure with Ram, the wizard who gave me my code, and Ultima, Orange's right-hand man.
You know, that's something that I've always wanted to ask you, Ultima. You know, all these years of us knowing each other, I've never asked you this question. How old are you?
Oh, I want to say like 5.5. Yota millennia?
Wow, and I thought I was old. What about you, Knight? You know, you always wear that armor. I've never actually seen your, your face. How old are you?
I mean, I feel older, but I don't know. Can't really remember much before meeting you.
So, another question, Ultima. There is bound to be another election for a new king or queen. Do you think our foolish king that we have right now will run again?
Well, he could try. He's best friend, you know, but not a very good king. Don't tell him I said.
Ram seemed to be pretty dissatisfied with Orange as king. I, however, kept focused on bettering myself so that I could better the kingdom. I started work on the underground part of my fortress, and did a ton of fishing. The second principle of my code says, you will protect and serve those in need. So, of course, I put sharpness 5 on a wooden sword and immediately gave it away to the first person I saw. Hello.
Hello.
Do you guys like a wooden sword enchanted with knockback 2 and sharpness 5?
What's the catch?
I don't need it. Oh yeah, you also get 64 fence posts.
What? What?
It's an achievement.
What? What am I gonna do with all these events?
Which sword quickly ended up in the hands of Ram.
I'm gonna go use this on the king.
The king wasn't there at the moment, but while we waited for him to show up, the Banshee Librarian Investigator Reporter, Scarlet Fox, posed a very interesting question.
How do you feel about alluding to the murdering of this king? Do you think that that is an honorable thing to do?
Yeah, see, it says right here in my code that I am to take from the unfortunate. Or take, no.
What?
Give to the unfortunate, take from the unworthy. This king has a kingdom, and I'm not sure if he's worthy of it. Finally, the king arrived, and things kind of escalated from there.
Orange, somebody said, wait, let me read this. I'm going to go use this on the king, holding a sharp pointy stick.
Did you really want to try me?
What's happening? If you're a king, if you want to lead us, tell us, please.
We're going to construct an obsidian sphere in the sky, which will benefit our kingdom and also intimidate everyone in the kingdom at all times. So we're all in a state of perpetual fear and panic.
I think it's safe to say that your people don't really want to build a 20-foot obsidian sphere. Listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. You can kill me, but that won't really matter, Orange. You have threatened to kill me so many times in the past, I've genuinely lost count. But as I've said to you each time, no matter how many times you kill me, I will rise up again from the grave and come back to haunt you because you are nothing but a fool. So go ahead and murder me in front of half of the kingdom.
Anyone else?
It was in this moment that I, the Knight of Iron, made a choice.
Hammer, get the people off my land.
Orange was a pretty strong warrior, but I was determined to defend the kingdom's honor, and I did my best to hold my own. Unfortunately, I became outnumbered, and no one else dared to fight by my side. I was alone, and had to tactically retreat. After a few moments to think, I came up with a pretty good plan B.
This creature is clearly a chicken. What other thing did you possibly describe it? What the...
It was a good fight. Have some pufferfish.
Good, that's actually a good thing. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh gosh. How did he poison the king?
And, with that, I'd made myself an enemy of the king. In the following week, the town goblin Minnie built us a wonderful tavern. The local werewolf Rusty opened a bakery, and I continued expanding my base while giving the riches I'd gained to those in need. The kingdom then met in the tavern to discuss the possibility of a new leader. We can, I suppose, kind of reject his authority. We never really listened to him anyway. It's not really official unless there's someone to replace.
And who would you suggest the replacement be?
Well, I have a list of codes actually. Someone who could follow all those would be great.
I genuinely believe we should hold some sort of election.
The question is, yeah, how are we gonna elect these nominees?
Before we could make many suggestions, the local bloodthirsty war veteran, Optimal, entered the building.
That man is just in full enchanted netherite. Okay,
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
Well,
What the heck?
so it's up, Optimal.
I did some off-camera.
Wait!
In terms of power, Optimal was the only person I truly feared. His presence was intimidating, especially since he wasn't exactly known for his morals. But soon, a different player would join the game, and our meeting looked as if it would be cut short.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, wait.
I mean,
Before Orange comes, we need to make this clear. Raise your hand if you want to be king. Actually, stand up. Or queen.
I'll do it. Fun.
Knight, Carl. Is that it? Those are the nominees? Okay. Put them down. Put them down.
And that was that. Optimal the Paladin and Carl the Dwarf would be running, and in the heat of the moment, I would be as well. As after all, my code says, you will live only to honor your code. I didn't have time to worry just yet, as our former and somewhat unpopular king decided to interrupt.
Down with the king!
Down with the king!
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
You might want to run.
After we chased him out, Ram wanted to have a quick chat.
I'm going to be honest. I was hoping you were going to say you were going to run, because you're definitely one of the most strong-willed people I know. You know what's best for the kingdom, especially because of your code. You have my vote.
In the aftermath of all this, I was left to think, and once I got to thinking, I decided to hunt down Optimal to see if he'd be interested in forming a secret alliance.
Is it Spock who's also running?
It's Carl.
Carl, interesting. Yeah, we could, is it possible that we could persuade him to, remove himself from the election?
It could be. I do have lots of wealth. But
when I said persuade, I was using the term for grace. What I meant is, persuade.
I have a moral code that I follow.
That's fair. Okay, well, interestingly enough, after discussing your moral code, albeit briefly, it's made me think. You would almost certainly be a better king. Is it possible that even if I win the election, I can
concede to me?
The crown?
That would most definitely be possible.
Alright, then we basically got your name in the bag twice.
With my election concerns out of the way, we began work to build up our own personal defenses together. and to use the modded Nether Goblin traders to get access to things such as Sharpness 7 swords or Protection 5 armor. All we had to do was wait until election day. On the day of the election, before the election, Scarlet stopped by to ask me a few questions about my code.
Yeah, so do tell me, what inspired you to make your book Code of Honor?
I was given it. I guess I just have this internal desire to do good. This helps me to know what that is.
I don't know if you've noticed or not, but Ram is not quite the pinnacle of honor. I'm confused about why. Why did he give it to you?
I had a life before I came to this kingdom. I don't remember much of it. I believe I had some kind of disease. Ram was able to help me with that.
So you don't actually, you didn't write this or come up with these ideas with Ram. He came up with them 100%?
He kind of just gave it to me when he cured me.
No, I actually think I can understand that. I can understand that quite well.
She was also concerned that Oranger Ultima would seek to destroy her library if she published their secrets in her newspaper, The Harbinger, and sought to arrange a deal.
So if I made you king, or helped you, if I helped facilitate you becoming king, do you think you could, if you were to become king, would you use royal funds to help create that special secret book vault?
Oh yes, I have. Yeah, I got people that help me as well. So
in that case, you should vote for Knight. You should vote Knight. Knight is the most honorable, generous person I know.
Okay.
But yeah, yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, do this thing, Minnie. Vote for Knight. Knight is the best person I have ever met.
You see, the problem with that is, unfortunately, I'm politically neutral. I will not be casting a vote.
Then, finally, it was time for the election. I was the first called to give a speech. Hello, I am the Knight of Iron. I obey my codes, I protect and I serve those in need. And right now I think the kingdom is in need. Then Carl gave their speech.
I believe that a kingdom should have a trustworthy and a non-corrupted leader.
Optimal was next, and he had one prepared.
Alright, my fellow citizens of the kingdom. I am a paladin war veteran, and I've dedicated my life to protecting our great land from the evil forces that seek to destroy us. For many years, I've fought on the front lines and seen the horrors of war firsthand.
And we had a couple new contenders. The first, to my surprise, was Ram himself.
And I feel discriminated against. Our economy right now is not the best.
And secondly, Spockledorf, the dwarf.
I dig a lot.
Once the speeches were given, the votes were cast, and Scarlet took the stand to read the results.
In third place with 10% of the votes, we have Optimal. In second place with 15% of the votes, we have the Mysterious Ram. And in first place with 63% of the votes, we have the Honorable Knight of Iron.
Hey!
Oh. I'd like to nominate as my first advisor, Optimal.
Hoggers.
Yeah.
Yeah! Let's go!
And so, I became the king of the kingdom, and with Optimal by my side, and insanely overpowered gear at our disposal, the demons would be no threat to us as we rebuilt the kingdom to its former glory and onward. And hey, now that I'm king, what could go wrong?